What's up, Mysterious, back again with another video. And today's video is going to be kind of like a response video to Wheat Waffles. And whether he sees this or not, it doesn't really matter as much, although I would like him to see it. But this is also just for other people to kind of understand and learn and see the kind of current state of the world in terms of this, like, social acceptance type thing, if you know what I mean. I'll get into that in a second, but yeah, basically, Wheat Waffles recently made a video where he basically stated that he was actually, because for the past few months he's been doing videos where like he kind of like approaches girls at this like university campus, and like he basically asks them like to rate certain guys, or like to give their impressions or their opinions on certain guys, and if they date this person or not, or if they get with this guy or whatever, yes or no, would they like, would they be into this guy, etc. You know what I mean? Like just asking questions, just like basically trying to like almost gather like information or data to like kind of reaffirm his beliefs in like what women like, what women don't like, what attracts women, etc. Seeing if it has to do with age or whatever, or like height or whatever, you know what I mean? And basically recently in his video, in one of his most recent videos, he actually got, in trouble basically for doing that. And he got approached by like 5 security guards, and they like, one of them said, like, they all surrounded him basically in his video. He said, and one of them said, like, mate, what are you doing? Like, what do you think you're doing, basically? And he was like, oh, like, what are you talking about? And then they're saying that like, oh, they have reports that he was like harassing women, when he wasn't harassing women at all. He was just like making videos and then just like recording videos and having them being his videos. And also on top of that, he wasn't even trying to get with them romantically. He wasn't even trying to ask out these girls. He wasn't trying to like flirt with them or like even get a phone number or anything. He was just trying to like, ask for the opinion for a YouTube video, basically, is what he's trying to do. And they're like trying to make a big deal out of it. I mean, I don't think it's the security guards' fault. I think it's the people who told them or like reported to the security that this that Wee Waffles is doing something bad when really he's not. And yeah, basically, Wee Waffles tried to explain the situation and explain what he's doing and explain what's going on. And clearly, like, some girl or someone has tried to report him to like the university or something, or security or some shit like that. But yeah, what he says, what Wheat says in his video is basically like, we basically, the security kind of guard kind of confirmed in his mind that like, in this day and age, it's almost like frowned upon or not socially acceptable to even approach a girl. Like in this day and age, it's not even socially acceptable to approach a girl for a lot of people, especially like if you live maybe like in the UK or something like that, or maybe even in America. Like, you'd be seen as a creeper, you'd be seen as a weirdo or something, and all that. And to him, this is just baffling. To him, this is it's like pissing him off, and it makes no sense. And it's like, it actually makes it harder for like, 5 out of 10 guys, 6 out of 10 guys, and stuff like that, because like basically they have no option, or they have no way they can approach or talk to girls. Because if you go on dating apps, most of the matches, or most of the people that get swiped right on, are actually like the top like 1% or 10% of men, something like that. Top like, I mean, it's quite a small percentage, something like that. And basically, like, all the like kind of like 4 to 6 out of 10 guys are not getting swiped on at all. They're not getting any matches. They're not getting with any girls on dating apps. So the thing is, like, what choice do they have left? What kind of like, what avenue do they have left? What can they do left? They can't approach girls in real life because it's socially unacceptable, and they're getting treated like a creep, and they're getting like reported, you know what I mean, to like security and like the police or whatever the fuck. I don't know what's going on. There's not much they can do. And the thing is, the fact that like dating apps exist, actually, and like all this online stuff kind of exists, and like dating online and talking to girls online, it actually makes it like weirder for girls, like in their eyes, in their perception. It makes it like more kind of weird to talk to girls in person on the street, because there's so many other ways you can do it online. So they're thinking in their head, oh, why doesn't this guy just go on Tinder? Why doesn't this guy just go online? Why doesn't this guy just go on near a girl like online somewhere on Bumble or some shit like that, basically. because that's what's socially acceptable. That's what's seen as normal. Although that's like quite impractical for a lot of guys these days in this day and age. So a lot of guys are left with very few, very little options. You know what I mean? Left if they want to attract a girl, basically. And I've had kind of similar experiences like that, which I can kind of get into later, maybe even in a different video. But yeah, it is weird. Like you're not even allowed to approach girls in this day and age. And I've seen it before. Girls, they might even like look at you weird. They might make a face. They might like walk away while making a face like that. You know what I mean? Like if you know what I mean. Like they'll just try to treat you like a weirdo or like a creep, and it kind of, for some of them, I think it inflates their ego because they think, oh, they can just like step on these guys. They can just like treat these guys like shit and make themselves look more like higher status. Because a lot of people, like a lot of girls, they feel like they need to put other people down. They feel like they need to like, you know, step on other people to make themselves look higher status, or like, just stuff like that. I've kind of explained this before in another video, I think. But yeah, if you kind of like treat other people a bit lower than you, sometimes people believe that like it can make you look higher status, which is a bit of a scumbag thing to do, but people do it all the time. It's very common. And yeah, not a lot of people have a lot of options left. And like what I notice in like my day-to-day life is like if I see someone that I know, like if I see someone that I knew from school or someone that I know, they'll try to talk to me often, even if they don't like me that much, or even if I don't hang out with them or talk with them that much, they'll try to talk with me, which is kind of like not weird or not creepy. It's just automatically not weird or creepy because they know who I am. If I was just a random person, they didn't know who I was, they just walk past me, they just wouldn't care. I wouldn't even be in like their peripheral vision. Like even if I was in their peripheral vision when they're walking down the street, they wouldn't even notice me. You know what I mean? Or even in front of them, like it would just be nothing, obviously. And if I tried to talk to them, they'd probably think I'm a weirdo, even though like if they had known me before, it wouldn't be weird. So like just think about that as well. Like if someone doesn't know you and they treat you like a weirdo, like or a creep, like think about if they did know you, would they treat you the same way if they had known you from like school or something, or from college or uni or work or whatever? They probably wouldn't treat you the same way at all because they'd feel like the weird one in a sense. But yeah, I mean, it is a bit fucked right now. And what I have to say to Wheat Waffles, if he's watching this video, is, you're absolutely right. You're 100% right. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing weird. There's nothing wrong at all about with approaching a girl with approaching a girl on the street and trying to talk with her and ask her out and all that. That's completely normal and that's completely fine and it's legal. You know what I mean? There's nothing bad about that at all. It just modern society is trying to make it seem like it's a weird thing when it's not. I mean, following a girl home and like stalking her is a different thing, but just talking to them on the street and then if they reject you, you just get on with your day. That's completely normal. But people are just trying to make it seem like a weird thing. Like I'm not gonna lie, once I was with my friend, I was approaching quite a few girls in a nightclub. Like I was talking to quite a few girls in a nightclub, and if they rejected me, I just went away. I just moved on. I just like stopped talking to them and stuff like that. And like yeah, like there's even this one girl who like I tried to like talk to see what's up, and then like she wasn't interested in me. I could tell just like by her body language. And like later on, like she just kept staring at me throughout the whole like night that I was there at the club. Like she just kept staring at me throughout the whole night. And my friend was like, "Oh, like why does she keep staring at you? Like why does she keep looking at you? Like she's like making it like really obvious and like it's really apparent." And I said to her like, "Why are you staring at me?" And like she wasn't like giving me a proper answer. She was trying to make it seem like I was a weirdo when she was literally the one like staring at me the whole fucking like time I'm there, more than I am. I'm just trying to get on my day, like get on my night basically. And she's just like trying to treat me like, it's hard to explain what happened, but she was like giving me like these kind of like hand gestures, like telling me almost like to go away or some shit, like even though I was just trying to ask her a normal question. But yeah, they always try to flip the script or make it seem like us guys are the weird ones or we're the ones that are the creeps. But if you're gonna treat everyone like a creep, or if you're gonna treat everyone like a weirdo, then no one's gonna approach you and you're gonna be baffled. You're gonna be like, oh, why aren't any of these guys approaching me? Like these girls are gonna get dressed, they're gonna put on their dress, their makeup. A lot of these girls They're gonna go on a night out. They're gonna go out, well, maybe not a night out, but they're gonna go out into the city. They're gonna get dressed. They're gonna put on a dress. They're gonna put on some makeup, and they're gonna get approached by like 0 guys, and they're gonna be wondering why that is. I think Wheat Waffles dresses in this video, but they're gonna be wondering why they're getting approached by 0 guys, and it's not because the guys are necessarily afraid to actually approach them and talk to them in of itself, but they're more afraid of like the repercussions or how they be perceived, or how like maybe their girl will treat them like a creep or something, or try to like run away or some shit, I don't know, or like report them to the police or some shit, you know what I mean? Or, you know, the girl might try to like go away and like tell someone else that this guy's been a creep or some shit like that, you know what I mean, to some random person, you know what I mean, or something like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, it is getting weirder, and to a lot of girls, I have to say, like, what do you expect the guys to do? What do you expect guys to do when it comes to talking to you, when it comes to opening up a conversation, when it comes to approaching you? Like, they expect them to just do nothing, because that's what's going to happen if you, like, basically, if you're just acting like this, if you're just treating them like this, like, you need to be more open, you need to be more kind of friendly and sociable if you don't want this kind of to die out in a way, because, you know, I've thought about this before, but I'm getting to a point where I kind of don't even want to leave my house in a way. I almost don't even want to go outside or like leave my house, just because people in my city, in Edinburgh, I just think people are just rude. I just think people are just rude and disrespectful for like no reason at all. And like when I go outside, it feels like people are trying to find a reason to dislike me, or it's like it feels like people are trying to actively find a reason to hate me or just be against me, even though there's no actual reason to do so. I'm just getting pissed off with like a lot of kind of society in a way, and just wanting to just stay at home and do nothing and just play video games, or just go outside when I need to, you know, go to the gym and whatever, and avoid people almost completely, apart from my own friends. Obviously, I'll meet my friends all the time, but like when it comes to like going outside and just chilling, it's kind of, I'm just being put off in a way, you know what I mean? Like seeing all these people, seeing the way people act, seeing the way people talk. People have like very little respect. People are quite disrespectful for no reason at all, you know what I mean? And it's I think it's gonna backfire in a way, you know what I mean? I think a lot of these people will try to come back and try to like act as if nothing happened when I start making a lot more money, you know what I mean? But I'm just gonna avoid them, just gonna ignore everyone completely. Like, I'm only gonna try to remember the people that are actually my friends. I'm not gonna try to remember like the people that who are like just in the background, because they don't matter to me, you know. People at school who knew me, who never hung out with me, they don't matter to me at all. I don't give a fuck about them, and you know, I don't need to care about them. You haven't talked to me in 3 years. I don't need to talk to you in the next 3 years either. Anyway, I can just get on my life. I don't need to tell anyone how much money I have or whatever, what I'm about to do or what I'm planning to do. I don't have to tell anyone about any events. I don't have to tell anyone about my YouTube channel. I don't have to tell anyone my goals or what I'm pursuing, anything, you know what I mean? I can keep everything a secret. I can keep everything low-key, under the radar, you know what I mean? But yeah, when it comes to this kind of lifestyle, I mean, the only thing you can really do as a guy is like, when it comes to approaching women, is like warm approach, basically, which is like, when a girl makes it obvious that she likes you, then you talk to her and you open up this conversation very naturally, very organically in a way. But even then, some girls, they act as if they like you, and they literally like, well, they give you signs, but then they'll just act it, and then they'll just say they don't like you. It's weird, you know. It happens quite often, believe it or not. And one of my friends, like, he doesn't understand these things. He's not used to these. He's not used to this. He's not used to these things because like he's never seen this before. He doesn't understand why girls act this way. Why girls act like they're in love with you, and then tell you they don't like you anymore, tell you to go away, or tell you to fuck off. It's like, you know, he doesn't understand that, and I don't understand it either. But the thing is, I'm used to it, and I kind of just accept it for what it is. I accept people. Some people are shit. Some people are just scumbags. Some people are just rude for no reason, and I don't care about them. That's what I'm saying. I have to actually look at my life through a third-person perspective, believe it or not, as if I'm God looking down on my life. That makes more sense. And if I was God, and I was out in the universe, and I was looking down on Earth, Edinburgh, my city, like the UK even, is a very like small part of the whole world. You know, I can go I can go across the world. I can go to a completely different country. I don't have to stay in a small place. I don't have to stay in a small city with these small-minded people and their beliefs and their way of life and their mannerisms and everything. I can go on my own path, a completely different path, completely different lifestyle from anyone and everyone else. I can do my own thing. Trust me. And that's what I'm saying is like, if anyone wants to cut me off, if everyone wants to cut me off, if people, even if this whole city treated like hated me, I would almost feel like it wouldn't make a difference because it already kind of feels like that in a way, and even though that's probably not true, but it feels like it. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of used to hatred. I'm used to being alone. I'm used to like going my own way. I've been a lone wolf for the past like 5 years practically. I mean, I've had like I'd say roughly 3 to 6 friends on average, but other than that, not much going on. Pretty lonely life. Just get on the PS5, play Spider-Man, go to the gym next day, repeat kind of thing. You know what I mean? But I was about to say something, almost forgot. Forgot what it was exactly right now. But yeah, it might sound weird what I'm about to say, but like I actually done this meditation once, like 6 months back. I done this meditation, and the reason I did it just to mentally prepare myself like for the world, and I actually imagine like almost the whole world or like everyone in my city or like everyone in the world basically hating me and being against me and actively having like a hatred towards me, and I kind of uh imagine myself being kind of content with that. You know what I mean? Being content with like everyone in the whole world hating me, because I feel like there'll be a time in a lot of people's lives, in my life, my friends' lives, where like it'll feel like everyone hates you, feel like everyone will be against you, and you have to kind of move forward and be kind of stoic about it and act as if it's not a big deal. Like just move forward and not care about people hating you. Being hated as a man is almost like given, I feel like sometimes. I mean, look at like Andrew Tate. Like, I don't love the guy, I don't hate the guy, but he had to deal with a lot of shit. I had to deal with a lot of people bringing up some accusations about him. But I don't want to talk about him too much because it's a bit too controversial for today and my kind of mood right now, and for the past few weeks and past few months. You know what I mean? But honestly, like, people are gonna like treat me like a weirdo. People are gonna be rude for no reason. Just cut those motherfuckers off, honestly. I don't need to talk to them. I don't really need to talk to anyone, to be honest, apart from my close friends. And that's it. Keep a small circle, keep a tight circle. Get on with my life. Do my own thing, you know. I've got plenty of things I can do by myself almost that like I enjoy. You know what I mean? I can read comic books. That's like a solo activity. I can play games. That's a solo activity. I can watch films. I can make these videos. I can like talk to people across the world on Discord and stuff like that, which is sometimes even more fun than going outside and talking to people. Depends though. I've not got much else to say, but end of the day, wheat waffles. What was done to you is unjust. You being expelled from that campus, expelled from that college, is unjust. Look at what the world's coming to. Look at what people are coming to in their minds. These ideals, it's shit. Hope you're doing well though, bro. Hope everything's fine. Hope you don't get too distraught from this like kind of incident, I guess you could say. But yeah, these guys they don't understand what's going on. These guys don't know what they're talking about. They're just being too sensitive. A lot of these people that at that like uni are like being like too sensitive, I think, you know what I mean? And a lot of people in the UK in general, and London and England and a lot of these kind of places, you know what I mean? They're becoming more kind of like pussified in a way, if that makes sense. You know, with everything going on, I think it's pretty apparent to a lot of people. But yeah, I mean, pick yourself up. Just fuck that university. Never go back there. I mean, well, you're probably not gonna go back there anyway. But fuck that place anyway. Who cares about that place? Just move on with your life. Yeah, that's it. I mean, they're sensitive. You're not. Fuck them. And everything you said in your video was right. Peace out. Mysterious 288 again. Mysterious. I changed it to Mysterious again. I changed my YouTube channel name from Vengeance 288 to Mysterious 288. But yeah, see you all around. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe.